It's good to see a really full room tonight. Thanks for everybody coming. Thanks for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. And since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are always welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered, and by combining substance abusers, their families, their friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Our meeting start time is 6:30, and thank you all for being on time. Please turn off all your cell phones and refrain from making posts to social media during the meeting. Please, only one person speaks at a time. Joy will take your names over here. We will gladly sign your attendance slips, and you can get them after the discussion. Honesty is required, please. Feel free to openly share your comments and your points of view on how substance abuse has impacted your life. Feel free to openly share, oops, I just said that. This meeting is open to people of all ages, and it welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for everyone. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful. This is a live stream meeting, and it's open to Racing for Recovery members all around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting in progress as much as possible. Please throw away your trash in the proper receptacles. And as Todd said, I think that the tobacco companies have all closed down. Yeah, I think that's what Todd says, and I strongly agree with him. So we encourage you to please not smoke around the property. Are there any first-time people at our meeting tonight? Anyone? Yay, congratulations. Could I have the designated reader read the guidelines to living a lifestyle of recovery? And that is? Yay.
The guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, arts, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. Defining balance and working towards making it part of an everyday life. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings and regarding oneself. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyle. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behaviors, providing assistance to recovering individuals that will improve their lives and then further their usage. Recognizing personal challenges and integrity. Wait, how you say that word right now?
Integrating.
Thank you, Marcus. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyles as challenges to triumph over. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is a source we use for a sense of worth to each person is truly magnificent.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Oh, and you can finish it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
go ahead.
sorry.
No, you're fine, totally fine.
Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for those affected by addiction.
Yes, thank you so much.
Amen.
Appreciate it, yes. I think now, Jeffrey, if you would like to give us some announcements, that would be great.
All right, just some suggestions, possibilities for people to stay in touch with their recovery, keep in contact with what got you this far. Monday nights, we have a book study support group from 4 to 5 o'clock here at the center. Currently, we are working through the Creating book. Public is welcome. Again, that is Monday from 4 to 5. On Tuesdays, we have a men's and a women's peer support group meeting. These are also open to the public. We are staff free, just a group of your peers getting together and kind of talk about what's going on with them and getting and giving support. This is also from 4 to 5 o'clock every Tuesday. Wednesdays feature BAC Recovery Group in Bedford Township, Michigan, 6:30 to 8:30. It begins with a dinner that's served at 6. The shuttle bus leaves from across the street at the Suites at 5:15. That's every Wednesday. Our Thursdays here at the center start with a free plant-based dinner and music for group attendees from 5:30 to 6:30. Shout out to Chef Dean and our kitchen volunteers. We had a great potato bar and salad bar tonight. And then what you're attending here is our featured live support group meeting, 6:30 to 7:30. You can visit here in the center. You can also watch it live stream via Facebook and YouTube. And you are welcome to bring friends and family. I see some of you have taken us up on our offer, so appreciate that. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Thanks to our tech crew for making this all possible. Michael, Matthew, appreciate all your throughout the evening. On Saturday, we do a community connections meeting here at the center from 2:30 to 5. Public again is welcome to that. Sundays, we begin with a run walk, it's optional support group that takes place at Wildwood Metro Park from 8 o'clock to 9. And then the Bedford Alliance Church service takes place at 11 o'clock is when it begins. The shuttle bus from the church leaves from the Suites across the street at 10:15. Please check out our books online. We have 100, our coffee table book, Creating, Do No Harm, More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland, Choices and Consequences, and Racing for Recovery, From Addict to Ironman. So you can find all of those online. Look up under either Racing for Recovery or our author is, last name is Crandall. Go ahead and just do a search on Amazon, and these books are pretty easy to find. What else we got? You can follow us on social media. We would appreciate you doing so. We will have a video of this meeting available online later tonight. Please feel free to log into Google and give us a review. The more the merrier. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Very good at that. Okay, we're going to do introductions. You do not have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict, but if it's helpful to you, feel free to do so. We just want to know your name. We want to know why you decided to join us today. And for a question tonight, simple question. Our t-shirts all say empathy, humility, and gratitude. Some things that I never thought were going to help me to get where I am now. If you had to pick one of empathy, humility, and gratitude, could you tell me which one has affected you in recovery the most, please? And which side do we want to start with? Right over here.
Me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm Alex. I'm here because I want to be, and I'm glad to be here. I'm grateful to be here. I would have to probably say gratitude. I feel like it's cliche, but I feel like it's been the most helpful for me. Just not taking things for granted.
Thank you.
Hi, Casey Ryan. I'm here because this is what we do on Thursdays, and I'm happy to be here. I would say humility, and I still have a long way to go in that aspect, but just getting a new perspective.
I'm Michael, and I'm here because I want to experience hope for recovery from addiction, and gratitude is definitely the thing that carries.
My name is Devin. I am here to find out who I am and gratitude.
My name is Zach. I love being here, so I will be here every Thursday for sure. And I'd say gratitude because I love giving back. It's probably my favorite thing is paying it forward.
This is what I do on Thursday night, and my word is humility.
My name is Sandy, and I'm here to support BJ.
Okay, trying to get help from my addictions. Got a very addictive personality. And trying to better myself.
My name is George. I'm DJ's cousin. We're here to support him, and I'm definitely grateful for this whole group and community. You go to Bedford Alliance, so that's definitely also helped us this.
Thank you. Blaze, you're up.
What's up, everybody? I'm Blaze. I am here tonight. This meeting is in alignment with my wellness journey. And for me, the word is gratitude.
I am Danielle, and I'm here to better myself. And I would definitely have to say grateful, gratitude. I am grateful for a lot of things. So when things are going bad, I can look at the positive, and it makes me in such a better, uplifted mood.
Matt, here because I want to be like you.
My name's Mike, healing human being. I'm here because it's more than just a recovery center. It's a lifestyle.
I'm Chris. I'm here because I stay connected to my recovery by coming back to the place that changed my life. And what's in gratitude? Gratitude has taken me from the lowest point in my life to where I'm at right now. I'm lucky to be where I am and happy.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm Kenzie. I came here tonight because it's Thursday, and I didn't know Joey was going to be up there today.
Yeah.
And my word is definitely grateful.
My name is Michael, and this is part of my sobriety. And my word would definitely be grateful.
My name is Austin. This is home for Thursday nights, and my word would have to be humility. I had to get humbled before I was ready to get recovery.
My name is Brendan. Here because alcohol destroyed my life, and my word would be humility. The opposite of that being ego and arrogance, and that always leads me back to the bottle. And I'm humiliated. So,
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn. I'm here because I need to be, and what's worked for me most is humility. So.
Hi, I'm Julio. I'm here to keep my sobriety going, and I have to say I'm grateful to be around such a positive group of people and staff, and just keep it going.
I'm Ryan. I'm here to be near and dear with my peers. No drugs or alcohol, so I can keep the signal clear. Sorry, but I would have to also say humility. Humility.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'm Billy. I'm here to support Joe.
I'm Joe. Here's what I do every Thursday. My word would have to be gratitude.
It's your table.
I'm Brian. Here Thursday, like I said, it's starting to become a habit of mine to show people a love of where I'm at, where I'm safe and supported. The word is going to be gratitude. I am grateful because I've been shown of continuance of the way I was thinking of a life that I could have had. I'm grateful that I'm here for a life I could will have. Thank you, Mom. That's why I love my mom. I will have.
I'm Mike. I've been here for 30 days now, and I'm so glad to be here. I really love this place. You get really into where you need to be, and I'd have to say gratitude, like he said, because I'm grateful for everything and everybody here.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm here today supporting my family. I like to say that my word would be gratitude because it keeps you humble.
My shirt.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mom. I'm here to support my son, and my word is gratitude to the umpth degree. So grateful.
Hi, I'm Gail. I'm Brian's aunt and here to support him, and it's about gratitude.
Hello, my name is Mark. Enjoying Brian's family, and my word is all of them, but I will choose empathy because I care.
I'm Heather. I'm here because this place has shown me what a home is supposed to feel like. Out of those three words, I would say gratitude, but the most important to me are accountability and integrity.
Hi, my name's Tony, here supporting my best friend. My words of gratitude.
My name's Jason. This is what I do on Thursday nights. It's kept me sober for quite a while now. I'm going to use probably humility because I've had to humble myself a lot to have the gratitude and empathy I need to continue.
Hi, Melissa. I'm here today because this is what I do every Thursday. It's part of my schedule. It's so hard to pick one word. All three of them have been a huge part of my sobriety, my recovery. So I can't just pick one.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Bradley. I'm here to give and get support and gratitude.
Hi, my name is Pam, and I come here to heal from trauma and addiction. And my word would be empathy, because when I have been able to give others grace and feel where they're coming from, it helps me to be more accepting of myself. And it helps me to, by being empathetic, I am also getting filled with humility and gratitude at the same time. They all go together, so.
I'm Christy and I'm here. I tagged along with Pam and I would say gratitude is my word.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tim. This is part of my self-betterment journey. I'm also going to go with gratitude. Looking for that in about any situation has opened the door for so many other perspectives that I probably would have never realized.
My name's Jonathan. I'm here. I consider this my new home. If I had to choose one, I would choose.
I'm here to support my daughter. I have failed in empathy, so I'm going to go with gratitude. I'm grateful that my daughter's here.
I am JJ. I'm here because I get to be here. I have to say I'm very grateful to be here today, and I'd like to say hi to a very good friend of mine, Patty, who has been joining us every Thursday night from Southern Ohio.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
I'm Bree. I'm here supporting my dad, and I would say gratitude.
Thank you.
I'm Jason. This is part of my journey in recovery, and I'd say gratitude.
I'm Steve. I'm here because this is home, and I would agree with Jason. My word would be gratitude.
I'm Mitchell. I'm here because Racing for Recovery is home. And if I had to pick one, I would say gratitude, being grateful for my own life.
My name is Sheila. I'm a parent, and my son came through this program over 5 years ago, and he hasn't did drugs or anything ever since then. So he's still alive, and he was doing a lot of bad things. So I'm grateful every single day.
Thanks, Sheila. I think that's Joey. You're up.
Hi, yes. My name's Joey, and this is where I found myself, so this is where I'm going to continue to build myself. And I'm definitely full of gratefulness, gratitude, and I don't know, things keep getting better and better.
This is Joey's first time up here.
In a while.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. In a while. I'm so glad you're here, Joey.
My name is Jeff, and this place helped me change the way I think, and it helped me see everything in my life from a different perspective, and that changed my life. The answer for me is every time that I struggled in this program or in this process, the answer was gratitude every single time with me, so that's mine. And it works, by the way. You just have to beat it into me with a hammer.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am here because I want to be. I'm here because it's Thursday. I'm here because of all the reasons you all said. It's home. It's changed my life. And I want to be here. I will always be here on Thursdays. If not, you need to come looking for me. So many reasons given for all of the words of the question I gave. Obviously, gratitude by a landslide of all the other words. Gratitude did a lot for me. I've had a roommate that helped me with that, changed my life. Empathy sometimes has been not the best for me because I empathize too much with everyone and cut them lots of slack long before I was even here. Humility is definitely what has done it for me. I need to be knocked down a couple of pegs a couple of times, and it helps me to see everything differently, different perspective, and which turns into gratitude, definitely. So thank you guys, everyone. The designated reader for the answer, please.
Chris.
Answered
by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My whole body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug use. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving, just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've done this a couple of times, and I'm really big on the open discussion forum. I'm gonna just throw some ideas out there, and please run with them if you don't mind. I was wondering if there's something that sticks out in your mind that was an aha moment that brought you here, an aha moment that you experienced since being here that has changed the way you're looking at things, changed the way your recovery is going, has affected you in some sort of way, whether it's something you read, something someone said. Today was a small moment for me. Someone I would call a friend reached out to me to be honest about some things that he has ran into, strayed, and apologized to me for some actions. At first I thought, you don't owe me an apology, and then I thought, very humbly, I accept your apology. And just hit me in a different way to say that to him. Thus the reason I think humility was my word. And it was just something that stuck with me today. A little aha moment for me. So I want to hear something like that has affected you.
Good, Kizzy.
So, you said what got us here?
An aha moment that maybe, brought you here?
So I guess what got me in the mindset where I am today, where I wasn't at 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I was really upset that I had to start over, that I wasn't gonna be able to go to work again. But then I was sitting in my bed one day and I got to thinking about it more and about how stressed I was getting. And maybe it wasn't the time that I should have went back to work. Maybe then I wouldn't have left. And I feel like everything was just happening for a reason. And I felt like that was my aha moment. I think that my life wanted me to slow down and actually work on myself and my sobriety without worrying about anything else for me and my children. And not that I needed a relapse for that to happen, but I think I needed some sort of a reset, and that was my aha moment.
I had something similar about 6 months in. And it was an aha moment for me, and everything changed, and I knew this is what I wanted. After that bump in the road, this is definitely what I wanted, and it wasn't about trying to sneak around to do things. It was about me wanting it. I knew what I was doing, and it changed everything for me too. I agree. It was a different mindset after that. Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing, kids.
Go ahead, Casey. So my first rehab, it was in southern New York, Garrison, New York. It was a place called St. Christopher's Inn, and it was run by Franciscan monks and nuns. Even stricter than here, if you can imagine. But every single part of our day was micromanaged, and it felt like it was just a lot. And I was in very, very early recovery. And one of the things that stuck with me was something that happened in my first week. Somebody came to speak, and he said something along the lines. He used a very aggressive, intimidating tone, so I didn't want to like him. But what he said has stuck with me, ever since. He said, "Every single goal or endeavor you have in life will falter unless you sort out your inner demons." And he was talking about addiction, and it didn't hit me right away, but Michael reminded me I've been doing recovery for about a year now. Sometimes with some setbacks, of course, but sometimes I get in my head like, I could be going to school full time, I could be working, I could be pursuing relationships, but that what he said to me just sort of grounds me. It made me agree to go to rehab in the first place. Made me made me go to the Philippines, which I was resisting, but I needed that time away from the drugs. So it's just less of an aha moment, but more of like a grounding.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Go ahead, Pam.
In the very last days of active addiction, I've been living in my car for several months and with my ex-boyfriend, and one night he threw me out of my own car, and so to spite him, I went to the gas station and sold the car for drugs. And it was the most, when you hear the story, I think it's hilarious, but at the time, I had a car since I was 17, my own car, and that act was both the most horrible pain I've ever felt and the most release, because I didn't have something to keep me complacent. I no longer had any sort of roof to be over me, and that's what got me to seek treatment, but at first, like, treatment was very white knuckly for me. I wasn't building something new. My mindset had not changed. And so it just felt like sober torture. And eventually, after some missteps and whatnot, I got here and I read There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland, and in there Todd says you don't have to ever use again. And it finally just being like I have choices, and the choices I make can be very, I don't know what the word is. They're big. It's a big deal. And that I now had the power to make good ones, and that I would be okay. And yeah, so those are my two.
I've not heard that story from you before. Thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Heather.
Yeah, I'll be brief, but there's 3 short things for me. The first thing, aha moment was when I realized that I couldn't do it for my children because that wasn't working. And I had to stop taking my youngest, who was just a baby at the time, from rehab to rehab with me because I was focusing on her, not myself. And she needed stability. And then I had an aha moment to where after 3 months of being just 100% on the streets, that then people that I thought that loved and cared about me didn't. It took just about every single one of them turning their back on me and my addiction. They were users too. For me to say goodbye to 90% of the people that I knew. I knew that was something I had. And the third thing is I had to start taking accountability for everything. I was choosing to allow my childhood wounds to be the reason why I continued to hurt myself and those around me. That's a choice. My trauma wasn't a choice. But playing that victim role was just keeping me sick and, keeping my family worried and keeping my children separated from me, So taking accountability for everything and stop blaming it on other people was huge for me as well.
Thank you so much for sharing. I always enjoy listening to you talk. I can remember you when you first got here, and accountability and integrity were the 2 words you've always used.
Thank you.
Mitchell.
I guess my aha moment was it was Easter Sunday of this year, and it wasn't Easter Sunday, it was several days later, but I had gotten paid from my 32nd job in 2 years, 4 months. I got a paycheck and I went on a interesting bender. But it was Easter Sunday, and my 89-year-old grandmother came to pick me up. She woke me up. I was still drunk. And I said some extremely unkind things to her for no reason. Continued to drink for several days, stopped showing up to my job, and I guess the aha moment was I also didn't have any friends at all. And I guess I just looked at myself in the mirror, and my sister was there from Columbus, because I guess I called her the night before, and I just realized somehow that it was over, it was done. If I don't, I will lose my family first, and then I'll die. And that Friday morning, she drove me 2 hours to Legends, and I've been doing this since. I don't know, it was just that moment. Don't know what it was. But
So glad to hear. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Austin.
So I have 2 moments that come to mind. The first one was when I wanted to seek treatment just in general. It was my past brother's birthday. And I remembered his last words to me, which were, don't end up how we always thought we would end up. And that's in a ditch. That's where we thought and wanted to end up when we were kids, because we were using to run. And that's how I started my journey. The moment that I wanted to get sober for myself was Father's Day this year. I got to see my daughter, but I was coming down and I was withdrawing. And my mom said, I told my mom at the end of it, when she picked up my daughter, that I was withdrawing, and she goes, "Thank you for telling me, go get help or you're not seeing her again." And that's, I talked to myself in the mirror that day. I don't know if I was hallucinating or if it was just like a epiphany, but my reflection said, "You need to get help, and it's for you, not anybody else." And I had a whole conversation with myself in the mirror, and the next day is when I called St. Charles and went to detox.
Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you.
Devin.
I like opening the times just after some of the darkest times of my life. It has to do with our favorite word tonight, which was once weaponized against me. I didn't know how to feel gratitude, let alone express it. But today it is my saving grace. This idea was given to me by an alarmingly quick wit, whom I deeply respect and am thankful to have known. She taught me about a concept, which is kind of my gospel choice. Preach it all the time. It's called the 3 R's and the 3 G's. In life, sometimes you're faced with challenges, and you can feel resistance to those challenges. My classic example is I don't really want to go to the gym. And instead of beating yourself up and going, I should go to the gym, or I would go to the gym, but I could go to the gym.
Should.
I get to. I live in an affluent country in which you can just go to a place to work on your body and improve your fitness. That's pretty cool. And before you know it, you're already practicing gratitude. And eventually you get to give back once you've been grateful enough. I'm glad to be living that way because the alternative led to resentment and eventually revenge. The person who taught me this believes that self-resentment, and more specifically revenge against oneself, is quite possibly the most destructive thing you can do. So, I guess I have a lot of giving to do.
Thank you very much for that. Nice aspect.
Senor.
My moment, I would say it came long after I put down the drugs and alcohol. For me, it came to a point to where I had to accept a lot of things, my past, coming to terms with that. And it really started coming to me when I told myself, I promised myself and told myself to stop giving myself excuses to not move forward. From that point, it kind of gave me like a sense of empowerment that I am in control of my outcome. And I started taking full responsibility for my actions, what I'm doing, where I'm going, how I'm being a father. Everything started tying in together. And it was a lot of internal work, and it's never ending. You know, I'm not saying it's over, but there was a moment that I have to say finally started to click to where not necessarily I was pushed in a direction, but I just started gravitating towards a direction that good things started coming to light. That started to open my eyes, and ever since I started seeing that direction, I haven't looked back. So it's almost like it's not an aha moment for me. It's like basically I can say it's when I started living again. So that's something I want to continue to do, and I am going to continue to do that, but I had to do that for myself, and realize that and understand that completely, so that was more, that was my moment. And at that moment, it doesn't end unless I let it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Thanks, Ryan.
Chris.
So my aha moment that got me here was on training day. I was a functional addict for most of my adult life, and I lived the same way every day. Work to party, party to work, blah blah blah. A few things in a row happened in like a 8-month period that caused me to sit down and find how far my bottom went down. One of my closest friends reached out to me because I've been blaming others in my situation for the way I was living for far too long, and he offered me a way out. His brother had died from an overdose, and he had some close connections that were able to get me into treatment the very next day. And I decided I wanted to take my power back because I didn't want to live the way I was anymore, and I knew my purpose wasn't to be the life of the party. I knew I had a greater purpose than that in my life, so I took him up on it, and I never looked back. So that was the aha moment that got me here. The one that really, I guess you want to call it my keep going moment, after about 6 months of being here, I took a weekend trip down to Columbus to see some of my friends who I hadn't seen probably ever sober. I don't think they've ever seen me sober. And just the look on their face, they lit up. Like they were like just so proud of who I'd become, how far I've come, and told me they love me, but if I ever come back home, they're going to kick my ass, to come back to visit. And they follow me on Facebook, see all the things I've been doing, and they're overwhelmed. And it's just seeing that pride in their face, and knowing where I was to where I am now, that's enough to just keep me going another day.
I love that. I feel that often with my girls, seeing the pride. Yeah, that just makes it all worthwhile, definitely.
Paul. The name was May 14th, early in the morning. I was in the middle of my addiction, and I looked in the mirror, and I couldn't recognize that person that was there, that was looking back at me. And I waited till like 7 o'clock that morning, and I called Defiance, Legends, and I did my 30 days there, and I came here, and now my aha moment for right now is I can look in the mirror and I can see some of Paul. I don't see all of Paul there yet, but I can see him gradually coming back. That was my aha moment since I've been here.
So glad you're here.
Jason. Yes.
I see you, Paul. My aha moment was being in a hotel room, seeing somebody I love following my path of self-destruction. I went and did 30 days at Legends with Paul. I came here, and something very important when I first got here that kept me here was somebody told me I was safe here, this was a safe place. And that sticks with me to this day because I probably would have left. So thank you, Joey.
Thanks, Jason.
Julio.
I have to say, me realizing that I was going down a broken road. I was going down through cracks, potholes, speed bumps, with 3 flat tires, thinking I could still go through it. And I would have to say my aha moment was family realizing that I needed that help. And my 4.5-year-old Mancoon, hi buddy, I miss you. And myself realized looking in the mirror saying that it's time to make a change. So I'm here today saying that it is positive to make a stride and to push forward and pave your own way and be positive about it.
Thank you.
Alex.
Oh yeah, for me, I guess an aha moment I had recently was that picking up after a period of sobriety is a choice. And this isn't necessarily new information for me. I've heard this many, many times before. Yeah, it wasn't, I think I just kind of liked the helplessness of identifying as an addict and just kind of being like, of course I relapsed. Like, it's what I do. I do drugs. And just not really taking any accountability for my actions. And yeah, I'm currently in a situation right now where I was kind of posed with the opportunity to make the same decisions I always do. And I thought about it. It crossed my mind. Like, if the desire to use was there, but I'm not going to do that today. Like, I'm not going to achieve anything that I want to achieve in life if I keep picking up drugs and alcohol. And ultimately, that's my choice, So yeah, that was a big turning point for me.
A lot of what you said hits home with me there. The whole part about it's a choice. I can remember saying for years, well, of course I'm an alcoholic. My mom and dad were. Of course I'm going to be one. I can drink and I'm going to be fine and I'll be functional, but that's just the way it was going to be. And the word choice made a huge difference to me, and I use it often now in all actions, not just in being sober. Realizing that we have these choices to change absolutely everything was huge. And similar to your have been posed with maybe stepping backwards. Last summer I was away from here for a little bit and came across alcohol in the home where I was staying. And in my head it was, nobody's gonna know that. I could do that. And nobody's gonna know that I'm gonna do that for a day or two or whatever it be. One of the facilitators here literally jumped in my head with her, play the tape forward. And I stopped and I played that tape forward to exactly where I would be starting all over again, or maybe not. It could be worse than just staying in it. And that was a huge aha moment for me right there. Just put it down, didn't need it. Yeah.
Steve.
My aha moment was sitting in a Fleabag motel, getting up, going to work every day, and just being disgusted with myself, beating my head against the wall, doing the same shit that I've always done, expecting a different result. And I guess I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. It might sound cliche, but I was miserable. It was either die or change the way things are, and the only way that those were going to change is if I did something about it. And I made it a point to go to Arrowhead, and then I made my way here, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
Timmer.
The best way that I can describe it is I was here for a very short time, left because I was trying to hold on to a bunch of things that I needed to let go. Fell on my face and decided that if I was going to attempt to save myself, that I had to stop trying to save all that stuff that didn't matter. When I fully accepted and believed that I was going to be okay letting all of that stuff go, that was my aha moment. When I was okay being without those things and having excitement in actually being here and this being, you know, ground zero, and now I get to rebuild it the way that I want it to look. That pit that I was in, those walls didn't seem so high to climb out anymore. And that was my aha liberating moment. It's right there.
I can relate to that. It's been an honor watching it too. I'm interested to hear Jeffrey speak. I've been very blessed to be on this journey with Jeffrey for a long time, and I have watched some huge changes in you, and the conversations that we have are very meaningful to me. I'd love you to share some of your aha moments.
You know, probably the biggest one for me was what I mentioned at the beginning of our meeting, the word perspective. I looked at everything in my life. I felt like I was the victim of something outside of my responsibility, so that if things continued to go downhill, I was in the role of the victim rather than the perpetrator of everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, that just eased my mind. My big aha moment was my perspective in my role in I'm staring at our book, Choices and Consequences. My role in the consequences that were resulted in my life. Like once I stopped feeling placing myself as a victim and understood that everything in my life was a result of a dumb short-term decision that I had made, and I stopped looking at everything like this is something I have to do because I want first of all I wanted just different results. I didn't really want to change any behavior, but I wanted things to just start working out better. That didn't go too well. You know, I think that once that perspective for me changed from this is something I have to do, or this is someone life is like making me do, or God is making me do, or my health is making me do, to I want something better, man. It's not something. It became something not that I had to do to get different results. It's something I wanted to do, and let those results be what came next. Like that's the reward for the changed behavior was better results than so.
Experiencing better results from those choices, yeah, and I've watched the thing that I just love is you're walking. You remind me of a mailman. It doesn't matter if it's rain, snow, sleet, heat. The man walks every single day and has changed his health dramatically, and I look up to that so much. I really do. I appreciate you talking. I would also love to hear from Joey sitting next to me.
Oh man.
Joey was here before me, though I've still seen change in Joey since I've been here.
So I've had a lot of aha moments in my journey here. First one being like Paul said, what got me here. I looked in the mirror, didn't recognize myself inside or out. Then when I did get here, another aha moment. It's like Jason said, as soon as I walked in here, I felt safe and I knew that this was home and where I needed to be. To the most recent ones, when my fiance, love you baby, said I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, with our son. And then another one was Herbster baptizing me. That was a big one for me too. Then my fiance saying she was pregnant with our daughter. I'm just filled with gratitude and grateful that God put me here when He did. I wouldn't have met my fiance. I wouldn't have became the father, son, uncle person I am today without this place. I'm grateful for all you that are here, taking that step to better yourself. I respect the crap out of that. I know it can be hard, but it's definitely worth it. Sure, I keep going on, but the waterworks won't come, so take it over, Kelly.
They come, I know this with you when it comes to the children.
Yes.
The pride that you have when you're with your children is amazing. And hi, Mandy, we love you too. I think another thing for me too, and I swore that it was my word of 2024 was the perspective that you had brought up. When I thought with others' perspectives about absolutely every time I crossed a path with somebody, it changed the way I looked at the world completely. It brought out a more healthy empathy for me than just always sympathy. And it helped me to even communicate better, trying to understand where other people came from. I was never a real good communicator, and seeing perspective of everyone, not understanding what they may be going through, how different their lives could be from mine. Yeah, that the word perspective was a big aha moment for me when I used that. Does anyone have any closing thoughts at all? Share. Not even you, Herbster? No? No closing thoughts? I love some of your stories. You've got some good ones. Okay, well then I guess we're gonna close the meeting. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you sharing and being vulnerable. It's really great being here. I love big full room. Please come back again. And could we have autobiography in 5 short chapters from
Pam?
Pam, please.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. 3. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. 4. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And 5. I walk down another street.